You cry disaster brought from the heavens to seize the air.
Weires explains while all this is going on that Frieza has come in contact with something used to be lost to time, but apparently it's found him. It's something that traverses through the omniverse called the cosmic regulator. It allows anyone who bears it to be able to absorb all sorts of cosmic energies, which apparently includes cosmic entities, angels, gods of destruction, Kaioshin, all that. And it's not just absorb the energy, they absorb it into their being. And eventually, if this goes far enough, he can turn into something beyond this universe, beyond the multiverse. It could push him to become a Beyonder. And in the hands of Frieza, good God knows what he would do. And this is not good. He, by the looks of it, has killed all the gods of destruction, all the angels, and since the comet can travel through the omniverse, there's no doubt that Frieza, to test this power out, has been going through the omniverse, slaughtering all gods, all beings that he's come into contact with, growing immeasurably more powerful as the day goes by. It's unlikely that they will be able to defeat him, and Goku and Vegeta are just baffled by this. I mean, does that mean they absorb Zeno, the Grand Priest? And Whis says, with a somber tone, probably. It's more than likely that his father and the King of All is destroyed and absorbed into Frieza. Goku and Vegeta power up in their ego and instinct forms and tell him that if it really is the end of everything, they're not going to go down without a fight. And so they race in to help Broly defeat them. And Beerus puts a hand on Whis before he can even call back to them and tells him that maybe it's time they give it one last shot and avenge the Grand Priest. The form they once used to train with the Grand Priest to improve their own power and sanction their bond. Fusion. And as Whis takes a breath of relief, he turns into energy and merges with Beerus, becoming the mightiest warrior in the entire multiverse, Weires. Vegeta and Goku are in awe of this amazing power. They didn't know that Weires could exist, that Whis and Beerus could fuse, especially the fully mastered and perfected power of Ultra Instinct with the destructive power of a god of destruction. This is insane. Weires tells them to back off and heal the others and find a way to kill Frieza if they can. He's still not using his full power. He's not taking them seriously. So they still have a chance to kill him. They need to figure it out. Weires will hold him off. Weires races into battle with Black Frieza and smashes fists with him, perfectly equaling out and shaking this entire realm. And he begins pushing him into other planets, stars, and other dying breeds in this pocket dimension. However, before long, it gets endless and longer and longer and longer until Weires begins to ask, where's the end of this? I mean, this dimension is huge, but it's not like the World of Void like they had in the Tournament of Power. And Frieza tells him that, did you think that this was in between the Dragon Ball multiverse? He doesn't say Dragon Ball, but between this multiverse? No, it is between every multiverse. It is known as the source, the bleed, where ideas come from, where gods come from, where Zeno came from. It exists all throughout the Omniverse, encasing and enwrapping in all of it. And inevitably, it will circle back around, and this is where the cosmic regulator came from. This is where Frieza obtained his ultimate power, and perhaps it is time that Whis and Beerus, or Weires, whichever you want to call him, beholds the power of a true god. And Frieza begins powering up, flashing through many different forms with many different variations, some with spikes, some with different colors, some making him smaller, taller, eyes different, everything, until it all converges into him looking like he has absorbed gods after gods after gods. He is now the true form of the cosmic regulator. and he's so close to going beyond that. Frieza tells him that if Weires is looking for a deathbed, this is the place to be. He killed his father. What hope does he have? Frieza boasts that he has went to multiverse after multiverse after multiverse. The Justice League multiverse, the Avengers multiverse, or Marvel DC, the Spawn multiverse, Invincible, everything. He's been to all of them, and he's slaughtered nearly all of them with the greatest of ease and improving as he does so. Some of them just didn't deserve to live, and he did it for fun. But now, all this is on them. They're the last existing multiverse in the entire Omniverse, and they have no idea what's coming next. However, we see that 3 figures from beyond this void are watching this and comment to each other that, good, he believed it. He believes he's visited most all of the Omniverse. Let's keep it that way. This way, he can still be recruited. And then a man steps out of the shadows. Old man Goku. He tells this team that he's summoning that it is time for him to recruit Frieza. But not until he has evolved to his Beyonder state. After that, he'll be ripe for recruitment. And then they can stop the upcoming crisis. Everyone back in the main world of Void, the dimension between everything, they are pondering what they're going to do. Now that Weires is holding them off for however long, what are they going to do? Goku and Vegeta contemplate fusing as Vegito. However, even that might not be enough. And Gohan wonders, what if they did a quadruple fusion or a 5-way fusion? The fusion dance has been able to hold that before in another world, right? And Goku tells him, yeah, but it could be insanely unstable. And Gohan tells him that they don't really have much of a choice here. It's either go down like how they are or fuse into a maximum fusion and possibly defeat him. He's still not taking them seriously, or he hasn't evolved into what we call the Beyonder state. That means he's still bound by something. That means he can still be killed. This might be their only chance to stop him. Goku looks at him and then begins picking up the characters that he wants to do the Maxi Fusion with, and telepathically sends messages to each of them. And then they all get into position and do the dance. However, Frieza returns in his still true form and holds the dead bodies of Whis and Beerus, after commenting that they were nothing more than child's play before noticing the bright glowing light of a maximum fusion, as the fusion tells them this is the end and races towards them. You can almost feel the intensity in the air as this new maximum fusion of the 5 strongest warriors in the universe stare down at Frieza, the bringer of destruction for everyone. And now, the maximum fusion knows that they don't got long, so they race in, and they quickly confuse Frieza and keep him occupied with a bunch of the clones that they can make. And then they teleport to the bottom of this realm, or at least as far as they can go, with Frieza killing each of these clones very easily, and now pondering where they are at. The maximum fusion roars with intensity, with lightning shooting from their body, and the power of legendary Super Saiyan, Ultra Ego, Ultra Instinct, the Orange Piccolo form, and Beast Gohan all converge into one ultimate power. As a dragon represents each of them, merge into one pure energy. They yell Kaioken times 1,000,000 and roars in at Frieza from the bottom of this realm and clash straight into his chest, with the entire universe shaking. This realm is then torn asunder, and we see from beyond Earth massive hordes of dragons clashing with Frieza as he is barely holding on as the entire universe is shaking. They landed a direct hit. Nothing could have survived that. No one, not even the Grand Priest. So they demerge after lasting for maybe 5 seconds and crash into the ground below, with Granola and the few surviving people complimenting them, telling them that they won, they did it, the Earth is safe, the universe is safe, nothing could have possibly survived that. And then they hear a dark laughter from behind the rubble. They hear Frieza. With Granola being the only one with sufficient energy left, and the rest of them being completely drained, Frieza puts his hand out as Granola is the last defender and simply Hakai's all of them, ending their existence. Frieza then looks upon an empty universe. Now it is time for his rule. Frieza holds his hands out, similar to how Zamasu did it, and boasts about his beauty, his unrivaled evil. He has destroyed those who have stood against him, and now nothing can ever stand in his way again. With his monstrous power, no one will ever stop him again. And so he begins to take the universe and spin it like a sphere and start trying to recreate it until a portal opens next to him, causing Frieza to turn and ask, what in the world's going on? Frieza then bears witness to an old, raggedy man that should very much not be existing right now. He sees Old Man Goku. He steps out of the portal and tells Frieza, "What, you ain't got nothing to say to an old friend?" Frieza asks, "What trickery is this?" And Old Man Goku tells him that all will be explained in time, but he needs to come with him. Frieza points his finger at him and laughs. Well, this is a ghost, and ghosts can't hurt the physical. And Old Man Goku says he wishes he was a ghost, but no, he's real. So Frieza begins to laugh maniacally and almost powers up until Old Man Goku pulls one of the Supreme Kai of Time's greatest techniques, the Time Labyrinth. However, he's adjusted it just a little bit to lock up Frieza's mind and stops him from powering up, leaving Frieza in a frozen state. Old Man Goku picks him up and says, "Good. He'll be very useful in the upcoming crisis."
Everything from me, nothing left to see. Burn it down slowly. Can't bury the truth. The past is far from dead. The chances we lose when we chose never to forget. When choice is made, I forged the blade. The taste of blood was the beginning of the end.